So, is there hope for a lasting peace in South Sudan? Earlier, we spoke to Dr. Francis Onditi. He is the head of the School of International Relations and Diplomacy at Riara University here in Nairobi. And we began by asking him whether the meeting between the rival leaders is as significant as Ethiopia has touted it to be.
It's so important that Dr. Riek Machar and Salva Kiir come together into this conversation so that they can be able to strike a deal to have sustainable peace for the people of South Sudan. I think another thing that is important also is because the regional actors, led by Kenya, particularly the Kenyan president, the former prime minister, Raila Odinga, and other stakeholders as well who are driving the IGAD. They have put a lot of effort in this. Don't forget, Ethiopia. The Prime Minister of Ethiopia is also very much putting effort on this. So all stakeholders are focused on this, and it is an opportunity for the two protagonists, that is the President Salva Kiir and Dr. Riek Machar, to realize that the Republic of South Sudan is actually above them, so that they can be able to get peace for the people, so that the country can get into development mode. Otherwise, I think it is a very bad situation that we are continuing to experience in the Republic of South Sudan. The two leaders, Salva Kiir and Machar, they have a lot of leverages. For example, these are leaders who control much of their tribesmen, or people follow them a lot. You remember Salva Kiir, of course, is still the leader of the SPLM. Dr. Riek Machar is leading the SPLM in opposition. So they have a lot of population follow-up, but also the military is somehow also having loyalty, or playing loyalty to the respective leaders. So putting all this together, including their position in their respective political parties, it gives them a leverage to actually strike a deal to have a sustainable peace. However, I think one of the things that they shouldn't lose sight of is making sure that they involve many other political parties that have emerged since 2016 when Dr. Riek Machar went into self-exile. You remember people like Paul Malong Awan, the former chief of defense staff, he decided to actually form his own political party, which is also has not been very much involved in the mainstream discussion around sustainable peace for this country. So it is really them involving other factions, other groups, and at the same time making sure that they utilize the leverages that is provided by IGAD, by AU, and the leaders in the region, particularly led by the Kenyan President Uhuru, the former Prime Minister, the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, and also the one who is in charge of the IGAD monitoring group, JMAC, that is the former President of Botswana. Putting together all these two heads or leaders, it should be able to provide peace for the Republic of South Sudan.